Hello! How do I actually work on collecting references? Well, first of all, I use PureRef at pureref.com/download.php. You can find the software here. You just decide the platform, and that's it. You can give a donation, or you can put here $0 and steal their software. I mean, if you can afford a donation, I'm sure they will be happy. It's really easy to use. For example, I usually go to Pinterest for my references. I don't need to do any copy, I don't need to do any save. I just drag the image here and that's it. I wanted to show you what I do to collect my references. First of all, I create a list. In this case, you can see that I have the Druid Throne, one of my asset packs that you can find in the link down below. Yeah, basically a list of inspiration, stuff that I'd like to put in my asset packs on Pinterest or even Google Images. So I'm pretty ignorant in the use of Pinterest as well, as you will see soon enough. So I will just simply write wooden flower totem and see what comes out. Sometimes, you can find inspiration even from stuff that apparently isn't even really that much connected to what you're looking for, because maybe the mood inspires you, or some colors, or you may find new inspirations from other images when you're looking for stuff for other assets completely different. So I saw something before that I liked, which was this one. I like that it's this fruity, flowery, but even like sculpted. I like Spring Update to be very colorful, because if you go around in nature and you see spring season, nature is just wonderful, full of different colors. If you know the style of my asset packs, you know that I like to create stuff that can be somewhat modular, and so you can build many different variants of the same items, creating your unique asset. Krita is another great free software that recently got some added function, which is the AI image generation. Now, I know lots of you will probably start, oh, boo AI. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like AI when it's used to replace an artist. My drawing skills are quite bad, and honestly, the main reason is because it would take me ages to create all my references, since I'm not an illustrator, but I'm mainly a 3D artist, which loves to do not just modeling, not just texturing, not just set dressing, storytelling, animating. I like to do loads of stuff, mostly like a generalist would do. So I need to save some time on some parts of my workflow, and generative AI helps me a lot in collecting references. I have to admit that I use it sometimes even to start generating the base of some textures, but that's something that I really rarely use, and I anyway modify on top of the basic creation. I then modify my textures always with Substance Painter, and you'll see in future videos how I actually work with AI whenever I use it for texture generation. But for today, I only want to speak about collecting references. Okay, so when I can't find anymore what I'm looking for, or I just want to double check with Krita what I can create, luckily Flux seems to be one of the models, of the most recent models, that is more intuitive in understanding the prompts from the user. So you don't have to put those keywords, special keywords. I don't know nothing about that, honestly. I really suck at that, and I don't care because I don't want to be an AI artist. Okay, so let's start with a simple wooden flowered totem and see what happens. Okay, as you can see, if you keep the same prompt, the generation is pretty much each generation is pretty much similar to the other. So from there I can adjust fantasy wooden colored totem with plants and flowers scattered all around it. I like this better than the previous generations because it's much more what I wanted to create. Like as it's the Druid Throne, I like something tribal, something like carved from humanoids, decorated with natural stuff. But this is something I like more, for example. So I do Shift, Window key and S. It's the shortcut key to have this sort of cut and paste thing. If you use AI, I would suggest to use it just for collecting references, and if you have to use it for other reasons, make sure to give credit or specify that you used AI to create that stuff. It's fair, it's transparent, and people will appreciate more. Okay, I just do like that to copy and get back to PureRef, Ctrl V, and that's it. Another thing that you actually can do is this one. If I've got something I like in here, this totem. Okay, copy image and then Ctrl V here as web. Okay, this is the image, so we can keep in Alt button. You can basically expand from all the corners of the image, and with Shift you keep the ratio of the image. Now, since you selected this layer, which is the copied image, you can do, instead of generate, you can do edit. Okay, clicking on here, and then you can, for example, start by saying make it a fantasy totem with fantasy flowers. I told you I suck at generating creating prompts. With fantasy flowers and plants scattered all around. And let's see what happens now. As you can see, it takes inspiration from the image I fed it, okay, which was this one, and it creates a reference, an image with that. If you can decide the strength of the prompt. I usually keep it always at 100% and change my prompt with carnivorous plants on it. Let's see what happens now. You see, it's hard to find this type of images in Pinterest if you don't create it like this, for example. I really like this one. I like the vines scattered all around, so I'm gonna take this image and add it to my PureRef because I really like this. I like this vibe. If you know my asset pack, you know that I like to create at least 3 different vibes. Usually one is darker than the other 2. One is somewhat cozy and happy. The other one is mystical, mysterious, stuff like that. We'll see what happens with the spring update. Okay, so let's go back to my reference here. Okay, so this is it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if you enjoy the length of the videos, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Give me any feedbacks, any critics. Just be kind and nice, because I'm a sensitive guy and I might feel hurted if you. I'm joking. I accept every critic. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this content. I'll see you next time. Bye.